A beautiful Sunday afternoon to you. It's early afternoon and I've every intention of going down to the garden centre. I may get there. I'm easily sidetracked because I get involved in work like chopping wood, lighting stoves, making lunch. But I just thought before I do anything else, I'm just going to try to capture a little bit of this day because the sun, you can see through my dirty windows there, is very low on the horizon and it's just shining in here now, which it doesn't normally do. But one of the lovely things about winter is that you get different light, totally different light, and especially inside your home. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed the beautiful light that you get? So this is one of the reasons why I love winter. Now, before I take you outside, because it is a beautiful day, as you can see out there, I'm going to share with you what I made for my lunch. I've just had 2 bowls of it. I'm stuffed. My father used to say that after my mother tried to ply him with another slice of homemade apple pie. I'm stuffed, he'd say. I don't know if any of you have ever watched Father Ted, but my mother was a wee bit like Mrs. Doyle. When it came to food, it was, go on, go on, go on. Sure, you'll have another piece. Go on. And, yeah. Oh, gosh, lovely days to remember. So, I'm going to get my lazy derriere up from this sofa, which is where I'm sitting at the moment, and take you through to the kitchen. So there's my empty second bowl, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. Just do a little turn with the camera so you can see. And there's light shining on the ceiling as well, which is beautiful. So this is a lovely time of year. So, now I haven't tidied up my kitchen since I made lunch, so please excuse the craziness. Okay, I've got a lot of washing up to do. Because one thing about making food is that you can end up with a lot of washing up, but it's well worth, just bang that, it's well worth the effort. So this is what I made. Now it's gone this beautiful shade of red because I put grated raw beetroot into it, and I'll just talk you through quickly, and don't ask me for how much of this or how much of that I use, because I always cook or bake to taste. So if I like a particular vegetable, I'll put more of that in. I suggest you do the same. So this is what I would call a cooked salad, in that half of it's cooked and half of it's raw. So what I did, I started off by cooking the pasta. There's Jack. He says, where have you been? Yeah, more to the point, where have you been, you lazy thing, you, lying in your bed? So I cooked the pasta, and then I added the kind of tougher stalks of the broccoli to it to cook. Then I added some pumpkin, because I keep on using this pumpkin, there's lots of it to use. And then finally, in the last couple of minutes, literally, I added the broccoli itself. Then I put that in on top of, I drained it obviously, and then I put it in on top of a mixed salad, which has got, this is lovely. Look, I'm doing the carrot in strips. So it's got carrot and tomato and herbs and greens and salad greens and cucumber and raw onion, and then it's got a whole heap of things like some ground pepper. It's got ground chilli and garlic. It's got ground barbecue seasoning, which is a lovely smoky one. It has some of my favourite red chilli and lemongrass ginger chilli dressing. This is made in Ireland, and I love it because it's in a glass bottle too. And the ingredients are pretty pure. There's none of that high fructose corn nonsense in it and all the rest of it, and glucose syrup and all that, you know. So I've had 2 bowls of this and I am stuffed. So I've now got enough left to indulge a sort of a food frenzy later on. When I come in from planting trees and stuff like that, or being at the garden centre, I'll be able to just literally dive into this, you know, dive, just yum yum. Okay, oh, there's also some of this red pepper as well. Right, I must just go and turn off that radio, which is on. The kettle's boiling on the stove here. I'll just move that back a wee bit and close this up. Someone left a little... I'm very pleased, by the way, that you, whoever you are, all different people, are answering comments, because I think that's fantastic. I think that really gets a lovely sort of community going. So if you see someone asking a question and you think you know the answer, and you can take the time to put a comment, you know, like a reply, thank you so much. Someone asked me, is that a radiator I see in the kitchen? And then it was great to see someone comment on that and say, that's actually fed, you know, the water in it comes from the stove. I'll have to go and turn this silly radio off because it's gone into that silly sport nonsense now. Goodness me. Now, something to share with you before I go out. Yes, Jack, we're going to walk down to the pond. I was at Rathcormac Market yesterday, which I absolutely love because it's all, you know, handcrafted stuff. Sometimes I wish that I did eat dairy and, well, no, actually I don't. To be honest, no, I don't. But some of the food up there, which has got dairy and meat and stuff in it, is absolutely gorgeous, and fair play to those people who make that food. I'd love to see a bit more vegan food, but all in good time, it'll come. So, there's this incredible guy up there who made this beautiful lamp. Look at the lovely cobwebs on it. Look at those beautiful little cobwebs on it. Isn't that gorgeous? Only someone as mad as me would say something like that about cobwebs on her. I don't apologise, no. So anyway, this guy called Leroy, he made this, which is just beautiful, you know, and I've shown you this before. Anyway, I had been eyeing this piece week after week, and it was pretty expensive, but I've sold a few books recently, and what I like to do is kind of spread that money out, you know, money that I make. If I'm not spending it on the land here or on the upkeep of the cottage or the upkeep of the car, which is very small, or, you know, vet's bills or whatever it is I'm doing with it. And I do support my daughter who has 6 stray cats. I pay for everything there. Now here's me trying to justify spending a little bit of money. But anyway, Leroy had made this, which I just think is amazing, and I had been eyeing it for weeks, and he came close to selling it a couple of times, but I mean it was literally a couple of €100, and of course a lot of people who would spend that amount of money would want something more ostentatious than this. I see this and I just see something incredibly artistic and handcrafted and made with love and care, and all this is recycled stuff. So look at this beautiful big hinged bracket. I mean, look, it was totally rusted, and he found this in a river. So this has been completely you know, well, not restored, but it's been saved. But you can see how rusted it got. But this is beautiful. I love this. I absolutely love it. And then he's put this lovely electrical cord as a proper electrical cord. And I'll just, hang on. Is that on? No, wait a moment. Hang on. There we go. Look at that. So it's got this wee pull string. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And then this beautiful little bowl shade. And this gorgeous wood, which is preserved. I mean, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Anyway, that's me. Look at that. Not lovely? So, I thought this is a lovely little reading lamp, you know, because I do like to sit in here and read. So, I think that's the end of my spending though. I mean, I just had my eye on that and I just so love. So thank you to anyone who's bought a book or made a donation. Thank you to all the people who support Bealtaine Cottage. And I hope you approve of what I do with my income. I do try to spread it out as far and wide as possible and support other people who are artists and engaged with, in many ways, engaged with the land. Because this is how I see a piece like this, you know. It's appreciation of the land and what is there. And anyway, that's enough of me rambling on about that. Jack sat there thinking, God, she's telling something interesting there. I pick up the odd word. Now look at the boy. The boy has got this beautiful shawl that I made. It's all in beautiful Irish wool, real wool. And he has to say, and you should see him at night. Sometimes he pulls the shawl out in his teeth. He just pulls it out and rearranges it. He's my bright boy. So we'll go outside. I've got my jumpers on today and my hat and my boots. Come on. That's me. Let me just open this door. Okay. Come on. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. Lovely colours. Now it's interesting because there hasn't been much rain over the past week or so. So it's going to be interesting to have a look at the pond and see how the water that's in it is holding in.